Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Jim LaBuda here once again. We're going to take a look today at the golf swing of Canadian golfer Brooke Henderson, currently ranked 6th in the official LPGA World Golf Rankings. Now, Brooke Henderson is known, obviously, for her distance, currently ranked 25th in the LPGA driving distance stat, averaging 267 yards off the tee. Where does Brooke Henderson get all her distance and all her power from? We're going to go ahead and answer that question today. So, looking at her setup position here, very good setup position. Again, arms here are just hanging down naturally. Really like the way that looks. Really straight back position. Her spine's in a real good neutral angle. She's really able to make a full turn away from the golf ball. As we start taking the golf club away here, again, gets to where the club's parallel to the ground. Club head here is just outside of her hands, but you can see that's club face there. It's going to be parallel to her spine, again, putting everything on plane. Now we're going to start talking about where Brooke gets her power from. So what I want you to do is I want you to focus really on her hips here. And we talk a lot about separation between the upper and the lower body. So as I move her back down to her setup position here, I want you to notice how far the golf club moves back because she's rotating her upper body away from the ball, but really how still she keeps that lower body. Too many times players try to turn their upper and lower body away from the golf ball together. That doesn't create any separation, gets the swing completely out of sync. So one of the first things we want to focus on, if you want to try and develop a little bit more power in your game, let's try and separate the upper and the lower body a little bit more. Let's take the golf club away here using our upper body. Now, eventually, yes, your lower body's going to have to start moving, but let's make sure they don't all rotate back together. As she gets to this position of swing, you can see her lower body, again, very, very still, but her upper body has definitely rotated. That's what's moved the club away. She's not just doing it with her hands and arms. Then as she gets to the top of a swing, again, as we focus on the lower body, very, very little movement there. Now, to get to this position of the swing, almost John Daly-esque here, where hands are really high, club head gets way past parallel. Again, you can see there's very, very little lower body rotation here. So we've got to start working on being able to separate your upper and lower bodies more. This is definitely a flexibility and mobility issue here for many people. As Brooke now starts driving towards the golf ball, you can see a really good flattening of the club there. She's really shallowing it out nicely. But the other thing Brooke is really known for is getting into impact here. She really uses her lead leg, stabilizes that lead leg, really uses the ground for power. It's really difficult to see here, but 99% of her swings, both of her heels are off the ground at impact. That's because of the amount of force and power that she generates in her swing. Obviously here, leading into a really full follow-through position. So if you're trying to get a little more distance, a little more power in your golf game, yes, we want to try to use the ground for leverage, but let's start at the very beginning of our golf swing, and let's try and sequence the upper and lower body a little bit better. Let's let the upper body rotate away from the golf ball, keeping that lower body nice and still and trying to create as much separation between our upper body and lower body as we can.